This weird. I haven't done this in a while. Crap, it's gonna be a disaster. Cause I don't know what the fuck was that. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's been too long since we played this. We're gonna be more consistent with it till it's done. So, y'all. Christ, this is gonna be so bad. I wanna finish this though. Come on, don't fucking bullshit me, Twitch. I know you're gonna give me a commercial. Now you don't give me a commercial? Really? Okay. It's weird. Okay. E-handbook. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura, Oya, and used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro has stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. The dumbbell found on the floor of the locker room had a significant amount of blood on it. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. To unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook over for the boys' room and a female for the girls'. It's not the same time. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. One of the main handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it is very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have been broken. Suspected genocide jack victims include Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda, and Shoji Gaku, among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. The word bloodlust was found at the scene of each crime, written in blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she'd gotten along remarkably well with her male classmates. The carpet in the boys' locker room was the one that had the blood stain. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured a big-breasted supermodel, popular among boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a popular band with teenage girls. Okay. Or for teenage girls. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse and has apparently gone missing. Chihiro's body has been suspended and her hands have been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain on the girls' locker room floor. However, the stain had been inexplicably scrubbed away. So somebody switched the carpet and the poster is all you're saying? Okay. Byaka, I forget your name, was known to use this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point. The lamp's cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. But yet he had no problem using the lamp and he never plugged it in. I think, yeah, he might be my main suspect here. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Best skill set ever. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Okay.
So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Why would you learn you could do this voice?
Okay, then. So, first off,
I hope this isn't like their sex voice or something.
let's talk about the murder weapon!
The murder weapon! It's like you took Sesame Street the wrong way. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Okay. This is gonna be a disaster. Genocide Jack case file, library desk lamp in the locker, okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound. According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Fuck!
Interesting.
Oh, that's actually where I would do it anyways.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Alright, we know what's
Poor
up.
Chihiro.
Let's see what's next. No, the weapon that was used to kill him must have been in. Wait, it must have been in the locker
Chihiro's
room.
fatal injury. It appears it...
Huh? How do I load the next bullet? By holding down, you can concentrate, slow down, fast forward. How do I switch truth bullets? Hold L1.
was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, dickhead!
No, that's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
No.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Who are you, the ultimate biatch? Who are you? I want to know who she is.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Coming from him, yeah, I guess that's hard to take from her.
If you don't mind, I
For
will
her.
proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Okay?
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Nope. Genocide Jackoff, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Not at all, absolutely. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your actions. Your truth bolts will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Motherfucker. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and go fuck yourself. Okay, first, what is this argument? Okay, still all the same bullets, right?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so,
I don't know what I'm
speaking
doing.
of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Oh, I have to use the case file, okay. Alright.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed,
Fuck
as far as
me.
I'm concerned.
But
I
that's
keep doing this, so...
impossible.
Yeah, speed it up.
Why?
Well, I mean, there's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, I don't know who that is!
Okay, there we go, it'll redo. Let's load the right bullets in, stupid.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
God damn it!
Shoot!
I was thinking there was a mistake. I was trying to use it, you cocksmoker.
The
Where can I
culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it.
Where do I
Case
use the
closed,
file?
as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong!
There it is. Okay, I knew we were using this file.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Yeah, it is corn on the cob head. Shut the fuck up.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Oh, yeah, that was it. I thought there was more. God damn, he kind of speaks fast.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Booblust. He doesn't hear. Booblust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
How do you fucking know that, asshole?
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Nobody argues that, really?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, is how the victim was positioned, where the murder took place, the bloody message left behind, how the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
I actually remember this.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
They didn't. We have the real jack-off.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
One of us. One of us.
In fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Bear doesn't show at all. This looks like I'm rubbing myself. Jesus Christ.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec.
I need tea.
Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
The kind that have a split personality.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why has this gotta be so complicated?
Shut up, Avril Lavigne. It does seem like a riddle in a way, but Booblust. I feel like Booblust. I could just about see it. I think he's still got Booblust stuck in his head. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does it mean? Is this white noise again? Hangman's Gambit. Oh, fuck, okay. What the fuck is that? What the hell was that R1 thing I just did? R. I don't know what I'm doing. We're trying to find out what? Oh, that slows down time. Skit? What the fuck? Oh, schizo. Schizophrenic. Give me a O. Schizo.
Now I understand.
Schizo. Yeah. So stupid that I can't save in these. I hope we can finish
because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
If we can't save this motherfucker, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave this bitch. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm gonna leave it in standby mode till I'm done work. So this is gonna be like an ultimate test, because it's like fucking 24 hours it's gonna be in standby mode, but I don't care. If it's not gonna let me save, we gotta get past this damn court case.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
I need tea.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. What was that, a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Yeah, I remember that. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, a top, inning, and a bottom. What? A sea of truth and a web of shit. It says lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Yours up?
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Wow.
In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
You lost me. Huh? I think she was turned... I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
It was to keep herself from getting out.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Like a werewolf. Don't you watch Supernatural?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Okay.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
You bitch.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
What an asshole.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Shake. I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. That's fucked up. But don't worry. Never again. Wait, are you listening to 3 Days Grace? I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
I would go with the bitch that kills people with her other personality. Are you stupid?
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
That never happened. You are full of shit.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
And you seem to understand that rush as well, motherfucker.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it. But...
I feel like someone at home is like, and you understand it's pointing at me.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Go ahead, we don't want you here. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... I hate this fucking character.
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Jesus Christ.
So intense.
Is he turned on by this?
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Are they crushing on her?
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murder. He's so slow. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Oh.
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you think she could go out with Gene Simmons, or if it's longer, Gene Simmons would have, like, I don't know, inferiority complex issues?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
How's he holding his heart?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid!
Still think it's funny that I can fuck exactly half of your face.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless!
How?
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Yeah, that's true. They didn't catch her.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Yes, yes, words. Can I? It's not a thing. You can't save here? Or is it this? This is transcript. I don't think you can save here. Okay.
Just kidding again!
Stop giving her a reason to do that goddamn laugh, Ryder.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Makoto.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us?
No. Why do you remember everything? Jesus Christ.
If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
I do remember this, okay.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Okay, that's a fair assumption.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Yeah, that's true.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
True, okay.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh? I don't feel like someone like that established killer would be like, no, I didn't do that.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
I want to suck your blood. You can't stick with your accents.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Status of the dead body, disappearing stain. I think disappearing stain is the one we're using. I'm gonna load disappearing stain.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Fuck! We're gonna have to replay this.
Give it up. You killed her.
Yeah, it's not the... I thought it'd be the lamp. God damn it.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident,
This is it.
the modus operandi matches completely.
Matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
I could eat some fucking Chef Boyardee right now, let me tell you what.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
It's one clear difference between the murders. The victim's fatal injury or the style of the bloody message? Yeah, we thought the injury was different because she used a different weapon, right?
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Right.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Teaching you not to run with scissors. Right, there's a huge moral... Shut up.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Right. This means the killer was too strong, right? Because I mean, to fucking crack a cranium. I don't know if that little girl could do that.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Then again, how did she lift all the other bodies? That little girl was Genocide Jackoff. That's what I'm calling her. I'm not going to give her Genocide Jill. I'm going to give her Genocide Jackoff.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
What?
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
God damn, I haven't had pesto sauce in a long time. Now I'm getting hungry, you bitch.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. When she was suspended, what was used to suspend her, how the body was posed. I think it's what was used to suspend her.
I got it!
I'm remembering
Do
this
you
game.
remember what the killer used to suspend her?
It was a belt, wasn't
They
it?
used some kind of rope to hang her up by
Extension
her
cord.
wrists.
Yeah.
What is your point?
What is your point? It's complete. Who the fuck are you?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Well, no, fat guy's got her eating her hand.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Really hoping that was the fat guy. God damn it. I really thought that would fit the fat guy better.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Please kill her. I do not want to be referred to Big Mac this entire game.
Huh?
Please.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Huh?
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
We didn't see any pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding the victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Yeah, I was gonna say, did she ever kill a girl? I'm gonna try girl, because I don't remember her ever killing a girl.
I got it!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Quote unquote? We don't know. We haven't seen her naked. Hey, we gotta go PC.
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
Yeah, I realize
What are you talking about?
she's never killed a girl.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
I was gonna say, they all have odd numbers too, but 30 changed it. Oh wait, they're 14. Idiot. They're not even fucking near the same names or anything either. Damn.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
How did nobody ever notice this?
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
I'm sorry about the face, but I'm confused as fuck right now.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
Yes. Yeah, they wouldn't.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
I think I'm having spaghetti at the end of this week.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
And I'm making my own fucking sauce.
It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Yeah, I was a chef. People would not expect that from a guy, but yes, I was.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Yeah!
Lowly? Cur?
Bitch! Be cool if it's like a little cat fight. Oh, that'd be fucking
I
awesome.
would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
That is the only real reason to actually kill.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement?
Yeah.
It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Wow. I did not think of that at all. Motherfucker.
That does make some amount of sense.
Fuck. Did it just change again?
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Yeah, I thought that too. That was pretty stupid. And you don't seem strong enough to cave in a skull to me.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't
dumb.
find any scissors in the school?
It's a school! What, you just go eat a Big Mac? No, no.
Any scissors?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Da-da-da-da!
Oh, I was looking at her hair.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I love this guy.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. Yep. Yep. Ah, the dude! No, that means Big Mac's living. No! Fuck! One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack off cases. Ba-ba! Ba-ba-da-ba! Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba! God damn, there's a lot more. I can blame dead people?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Bitch.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Yep.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Makes sense, too. He'd have the strength to cave in a skull. Cool.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
to cover his own ass.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
Are they gonna let her kill him? 'Cause that would be fucking cool.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Jesus Christ, both sides have a crush on him. That's awesome.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah, when he asked us to team up with him, right? And the locker rooms. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
So he swapped everything, but I don't understand why he swapped shit.
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Oh, but you're saying that he wanted to go to the girls because he was switching stuff to pin it on a girl. Oh.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Next we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change a truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I think it's making me use the file
Wish
first.
you'd taken me with you.
God damn it. Alright, so we use the truth bullet we have.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Huh?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who...
No, that's wrong!
This is weird. Okay, I don't know. That's a weird one. I didn't even know it was interactive in any way.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Wow, I was well hidden, but I saw it. I was like, that has to be it.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Except fuck you! And then runs away.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with his attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
What are you doing, Domino?
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Stop telling me to think!
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
If you know, fucking help, bitch!
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack-off murders are... The evidence that proves he is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with...
Do you have a way of looking? No.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong!
Good thing I missed.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
How the fuck have you never seen an extension cord? Oh, because you would eat it.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Fuck it! Come on, I would love to see that. I hope someone does that.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this?
God damn, he is ice calm. Like, he's just ice cold calm.
I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yep. God damn it! He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. It's as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
I hate you.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
What?
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remarks just now. There's something that concerns me. The scene of the crime. Because the fucking bloodstains. Oh, dear.
My God! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Damn, I drank the tea. Now I feel let down.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Bullshit! That would be cool if you said that.
The rest of the murder scene?
Ooh.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Yep.
I believe I do.
Bitch. Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya could never have even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else. What? There's another fucking...
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. I just need to focus on the things that got switched.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Wasn't there a thing if I, like...
Your proof is some posters?
I didn't know this had
auto. The poster
auto.
in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
There's boobs in that?
But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
You know, you could auto in this game.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
ignores her.
A poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Why would they switch the posters?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room.
The stain on the floor. Come on, let me do it.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Oh, she spilled the coffee.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it hadn't. No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It's that you're lying, bitch! It was moved. No, you've got it all wrong. Just calm down and think about it carefully. Hey, auto went away. Could you possibly have been more wrong? I'm ashamed I wasted any amount of time listening to you.
Shoot!
What? That wasn't the thing? It was moved. Coffee. How is this not the thing? It was moved. I don't understand how this isn't the thing. Oh, disappearing stain. Fuck off. Just come and think about it carefully. Oh, that's what I see what I did. I thought they were interrelated. They're not. Okay, you have to go up here to the boys' locker room part. Okay.
I got it.
Well, this might be really hard to do now.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away.
I did the wrong twice.
In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible. Don't you think?
Okay, they didn't want you to know where it actually took place. Okay.
What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime...
Because if it was a girl, it would have fucking instantly...
The bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body.
It would have lowered the suspects.
By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
This is fucking clever.
I can certainly follow your reasoning.
I like this game, but I worry about the people that wrote it.
Bother doing that?
Do they plan this stuff at work? Or are they like...
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the
thinking how they could kill their coworkers?
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
She secretly has a Peter. That's the secret. Nobody could be
rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Okay.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
But we also had a handbook that was missing. Was that a guy
or a girl? She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
And he has no way to get into the girls'.
No, she did have a way. And I can tell you what it was.
Boom! Dead. Oh my god.
I highly doubt that.
Ooh!
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Freaking idiot! Is he... Right, could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? That burp couldn't have come at a worse time. So what do? I just pause it? I got to get ready for work, yo. Can you pause it? For 24 hours? Let's see how this works.
Is it really fun?
I'm expecting this to go terribly. Oh man, watch it fucking explode my system or something. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Ayato666. We're going to continue this tomorrow right before work. I'll do everything I can, try to get up early, like I always do, to keep content flowing for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can follow me on Twitch, or YouTube, or VidMe. Later.